Good evening. As you saw in tonight's video, my name is Maria Talavera Hinojosa. I am the middle sister. Sonia, my older sister, was the first in our family to start at Arrupe, enrolling in 2005 after receiving an A scholarship. Once Sonia started, my mother and my father saw the powerful impact Arrupe had on her and the way the professional environment fostered her growth and maturity. Those lessons were extremely important to my parents. My mother, a strong, beautiful, and courageous woman who gave up her dream of becoming a nurse in Mexico so that my sisters and I could become successful. And my father, a hardworking man who started his journey to the US at age 15. Before moving to Colorado, he worked for 15 years in the fields, picking apples, cherries, and doing any other manual work. In all those years, he never said no. Instead, his response to every challenge has always been, "Sí se puede." Yes, it is possible. So when Sonia had the opportunity to pave the way and break many of the barriers he faced, my father was very supportive. Although Sonia made Arrupe look easy, I knew just how hard her journey was. At the schools we attended before Arrupe, drugs and gang violence were always present. It was difficult to think about the future because I had to look over my shoulder constantly and be conscious of my safety. But Sonia thought about the future, about our future. She introduced my parents to the idea of wanting more than a high school diploma. She shared with them her aspiration of being the first in our family to graduate from college and pursue a career in law enforcement. In 2008, when the time came for me to attend Arrupe, I learned that my parents' commitment to our education came with many sacrifices. That year, my father lost his job due to the recession. In order to pay for my schooling at Arrupe, my parents made the financial decision to lose our first home. We packed up our belongings and moved further east from Swansea to Aurora so that I was able to go to Arrupe. But my commute to and from school every day for the next 4 years was an hour and a half bus ride each way. As a student at Arrupe, I immediately noticed that the teachers were a lot more involved. They cared about my well-being, and they taught me the importance of education. Going to Arrupe opened my horizons, and at the age of 14, I learned how to conduct myself as a professional. I learned how to greet someone with a firm handshake, and I learned to work in a professional environment where I was able to demonstrate my capacity for helping others. I also learned how to pray in English. Academically, I struggled with self-doubt and worried that I was not smart enough to succeed. Many of my peers had attended private Catholic schools all their lives, while I came from a public school. I felt it was evident that I was academically behind, and most of the time, I dreaded thinking about college. While I quietly dreamed of attending a four-year university, I did not feel smart enough to obtain an academic scholarship. And I knew my parents would never be able to afford both my sisters and me through college. But my younger sister, Alma, would soon be joining me at Arrupe, and I had to set the example for her, so I worked to find answers to my questions. In my senior year, I scheduled a meeting with Mrs. Augustine, the college counseling office, to express my concern about paying for college, and she told me to apply to the Kathy Fortune Memorial Scholarship. She explained to me that this scholarship was special because it was dedicated to Mr. Fortune's wife, who helped many students in the community. This opportunity grabbed my attention, and I applied immediately. Because of the Kathy Fortune Scholarship, I had the opportunity to attend the Community College of Denver for 2 years, and then to enroll at Regis University. To complete the other 2 years of my bachelor's degree. The day I graduated from Regis U with my Bachelor's of Healthcare Administration, my sister Sonia graduated with her Bachelor's of Criminal Justice from Metropolitan State University. It was a beautiful day that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Arrupe provided the possibility for not only one daughter, but 3 of the Hinojosa sisters to dream and to realize the dreams. As a daughter of immigrant parents who was able to achieve her dreams, I know there is still work to be done. I have a duty to succeed so my nieces, my nephew, and future generations will not have to face many of the barriers my sisters and I had to face while achieving our dreams. My story is the story of so many Arrupe students, and it continues to this day. I stand before you tonight still practicing the lessons and values the Arrupe and corporate work study taught me. Currently, I work at Denver Health in the radiology department as a healthcare access specialist. I go to work every day knowing I get the opportunity to help all patients, and especially the Latino community. I am also helping the Arrupe community by serving as a Kathy Fortune Scholarship mentor to Alejandra Lemus, a graduate from the Arrupe class of 2018. Alejandra currently attends Metropolitan State University and is an aspiring social worker. I am proud that I can help to build the foundation of Arrupe community, and know one day Alejandra will do the same. Tonight, as we celebrate the opportunities that Arrupe offers students, I want to thank my parents, who have always been my greatest inspiration, and who made this experience possible for me and my sisters. Mamá y papá, gracias por darme la oportunidad de llegar hasta aquí y ayudarme a cumplir su sueño americano. Estoy muy orgullosa de que ustedes sean mis padres y espero que ustedes también estén orgullosas de nosotras. Also, I want to thank all of you for your generosity. You helped to make my parents' sacrifices and dreams meaningful. You help to make real the sacrifices and dreams of all Arrupe families. You provide hope for generations of Arrupe students. You make it possible for them to focus on their future. You help to provide the opportunity for a Catholic college preparatory education that allows us to create a better tomorrow. Sí se pudo. Gracias.